My power went out for reasons unknown. I didn't really know what I could be doing against that sort of thing, but I'm just going to chalk it up to being unlucky. We're about halfway through this demo, so let's just go ahead and finish out strong. As you can tell, I'm really into it at the moment. Nah, but my internet was down for like an hour, so I just decided to take a small nap. Woke up, and I was like, hey, I want to go ahead and actually look through the rest of this, see what NERO Esports are going to be up to at the moment. I think we last saw about this position. Crack, yep, he tosses at HE. Doesn't do anything, and I think I actually need to go by half wall to actually be effective. Yeah, there you have it. If you threw it a bit deeper, he would have. Unfortunately, top of banana hasn't quite been occupied all too much yet. It's a slower hold from West Coast Pizza Rats. They haven't exactly worked for brackets control. I think they tossed double smokes down. That's actually really good. It's going to pull off, I think, one rotation over. Maz might have second thoughts about actually pushing in. But those are two smokes that, West Coast Pizza Rats can't actually use to take the site. They'll toss the other two out over towards Coffins, which will isolate the back of site. And that is something they can definitely work with. 2 kills found. And a miraculous, really, take onto the B-bomb site. With this bomb down, they'll now look to go ahead and try to finish things strong here, but NERO Esports should be able to trade this one out. Second round force-up definitely doing wonders for West Coast Pizza Rats at the moment, however. That fast pace is just something that really, NERO Esports weren't 100% ready for. If they had a bit more time to actually stew and think about those rotates, it could have definitely gone better for them. But overall, that's just a really, really wonderful execution from the Rats. We are the Rats. And so you'll have to see NERO, unfortunately, save across the board. Not much you can exactly do against that. Really molly through. This should be just a nice little stomp. I don't see NERO Esports being able to upset and win this one here. I don't hate their setup that they have going. They are taking fights maybe a little bit too, relaxed over by Banana, but hey, you gotta take risks, right? But as you might expect, West Coast Pizza Rats are absolutely crushing this. And I'm not going to lie, I absolutely love their name, the Pizza Rats. They don't actually have a team icon. The one that you see in that BRB screen, I made that my own personal edition. A labor of love. NERO Esports, unfortunately, chose to gamble the wrong site, and they are completely occupied at the other one. So I'm guessing we're going to be either seeing 2 people save. I could see maybe JJ or Crackshot deciding to extend for a kill, but Maz most definitely shouldn't. Full armor and a Desert Eagle plus a decent set of util. It's going to be useful down the line. Yo, what's up, Atacool? Just going through a demo at the moment. How about you, my friend? Pretty quiet one from NERO, to be completely honest. Well, they just don't have a right read on the gamble. As you might imagine, they're just going to fully save. There's no reason for them to try to push for anything more, to be completely honest, so I don't exactly hate this idea. As the bomb will explode, it will mark a relatively uneventful round. Only 2 casualties in that one. Not necessarily a bad call from either team. It's not always the most exciting pushes, Sometimes it's simply just watching everything go by. Another pal's coming through, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip through this sucker. That way we don't have to be here for too long. I don't think this is a tactical. No, it is? What a weird time to call a tactical. Honestly, I don't 100% see the reasoning in it, but maybe NERO want to shift their setup. It looks like it. Taking a gander at the radar, you see it's a 4-1 split on this pistol. So still gambling, hoping that it's going to be over towards A. A rain of flashbangs will just flood in over towards A. And quite honestly, NERO Esports can't do much against it. They're getting a couple of shots going their way, but overwhelmingly these kills should eventually and inevitably air towards the side of the Pizza Rats. I was hoping Crackshot might, yeah, he might pick up a MAC-10 here. This could be somewhat decent. It only has 9 bullets, so the chances are slim, but Keep an eye on him. He might get one free kill if he's lucky. SETI, I'm not 100% sure if he spotted it. Seems that he did. Clean finish. And so with that, it will be the West Coast Pizza Rats to inch towards the finish line. 10 rounds, double digits. A whole lot of space for them to work with here. If they get this next round, things are going to be looking really, really bad for NERO. Their money will be right back to square one. They're probably going to have to save, maybe force up a couple of Desert Eagles or something, but we'll talk about that later. We don't know what the scene is going to look like. It depends definitely on the amount of kills that NERO are able to get away with, and of course if they lose a round or not. It's not looking very promising at the moment for them. However, things have changed very, very quickly. JJ through the smoke, and Maz with his molly will get a posthumous kill. And JJ doesn't even need to see his victims to take them down. Now NERO will shift their setup. They're going towards a bit more of a default approach at the moment. You have Crackshot, who's waiting in CT to be that quick rotate. Siphon, who's probably going to be jump spotting over the half wall if he gets time to even get that close. But he doesn't even need to go for that. Munchin completely caught with his pants down. Let's go ahead and give up his life for broke. Stanley with the only set of util for this T side in a 4v2 means that their chances, again, don't exactly seem all too favorable. Their best chance relies on them fighting Siphon here, and oh my god, they've actually done it. They still haven't had to use a smoke or anything, just contacting up. They actually might get a second kill on top of it. Crackshot can't really afford to peek this, but he does. He jiggles in and gives up another life. And suddenly, the West Coast Pizza Rats, not only have they flipped this on their head, but they actually look more favorable to take this round now. Still, Stanley hasn't had to use much of anything. That smoke is expended, sure, but he has a Molotov, double flash, and the post-plant positions are actually relatively strong from the West Coast Pizza Rats. They don't realize that both members are going to be coming from Banana, though, but it doesn't matter. Stanley still kicking. Is going to be absolutely demolishing the hopes of NERO Esports being able to take this round. Frez looks to close us out, and indeed that will be him. Taking down JJ, 11 rounds into 4 versus 2 converted. That is absolutely crazy. Stanley was massive. His impact in that round cannot be understated. Not only was it, the amount of kills he got, but it was when he got those kills too. Playing contact in a 2v4, it felt like it was going to be so risky. Crackshot, I understand that he was jiggling. I guess he wasn't quite ready for the aggro angle that Stanley might have adopted. He was just watching for the cross of sight, and that was just a gorgeous shot that Stanley was able to hit. And from there, it's just kind of how you convert your 2v2s. I'm wondering if the better position would have been, playing triple box or something. Hindsight is 20/20 after all. But as I mentioned, NERO Esports, because they lost that last round, will have to be stuck just on pistols. Armor on a majority of the players, 2 of which have decided to rescind any option of defending themselves against the onslaught that's going to be now approaching towards the B-bomb site. The Rats, they have huddled together and are about ready to go ahead and absolutely let loose. Siphon and Crackshot in a relatively decent crossfire. Probably can get 1-2 kills if they're lucky out of this. But you're going to have to really rely on that flashbang not being such a banger on you. Unfortunately, that 1 or 2 kills that you might have hoped that NERO Esports were able to get away with turn out to be just a big old goose egg. Nothing at all. And so it's going to be a very quiet finish to this round. Corroded Beef not finding a kill either. Maybe JJ can catch one empty-handed. Snag a frag. Maybe just to boost your own stats if nothing else. JJ. Does he extend? Oh, surely he does. Get this kill. Get this kill. No, JJ. Oh my god, unfortunately. It looks like he was trying to fight Neo from the Matrix. The bullets evade him. And so does any chance of causing economical damage. It's an unfortunate turn of events. NERO Esports will now be on the back foot, even more so than they were previously. It really has just been kind of a rough economic situation for NERO. Tides have changed, however. Finally, things look a little bit better. NERO, they're able to get those rifles that they're hoping for. They're still aggressing perhaps maybe a bit too much at Banana. And really, based off of no information but that single flashbang, Siphon will lose his life, give it up, and the rotates will have to quickly be stunted over towards B-bomb site. Crackshot needs to go massive here. 1, 2 kills, maybe. Please, he's got to do something. Unfortunately, he's given, again, a big old goose egg. West Coast Pizza Rats are absolutely crushing it at the moment. It's another successful B take. And NERO just have to let Corroded Beef hold on to this gun. Obviously, he's not going to be trying to go for a 1-on-4. But it just hurts. In the fashion that NERO Esports are, giving up these rounds. I'm wondering what needs to be done. I mean, I just kind of feel like contesting Banana early is really tough. West Coast Pizza Rats, it feels like they're using a bulk of their utility just to take it. As you know, I definitely pay a lot of attention to banana control. It's probably the most interesting part of this map to me. So keep in mind, I'm going to be mentioning that relatively often. Corroded Beef is able to hold on to the M4A4 without any qualms. The rest of his team does have, however, some economic qualms. And we'll just go ahead and, I guess, stack A. I mean, I don't dislike the idea. I don't really have any strong feelings one way or another about it. They're just really, I guess, banking on the fact that West Coast Pizza Rats are going to try to give up on B. A lot more of a standard default that we're seeing. Munchin not meeting any contention so far. We'll just take it. No problem whatsoever. There's some spam over towards mid and early smoke down as well to block off any entry. I'm surprised that this isn't the queue for NERO to bring a player over. You're not really seeing that much action. Apartments, I guess, hasn't been cleared. Bomb is still not exactly committed towards the site, so it's not a cause for concern yet. But there are a lot of question marks littering the side of the Pizza Rats. Still, though, we wait. Frez and Crackshot playing a game of chicken with each other. But it looks like it finally will be an A execute, something that NERO have been hoping for. And this time the players seem to exactly be ready for this sort of scenario. Bomb is left over towards mid. They're not committed. They don't need to exactly make it happen over towards it. They don't really care about the ESEA all too much, to be honest. They'll go ahead and re-exec after now that they've burned a little bit of utility. Corroded Beef will be the first man in. Watching the angle, gets 2. He's done his job and done his part. Now he needs to rely on the rest of the NERO members to do theirs. Maz waits around the angle, and there it is. Alongside JJ will massacre the members, massacre the rats. We don't need PETA for this one here. But those rats really have been completely and utterly obliterated. 10-13, the score is kept right about even. But the West Coast Pizza Rats, they still got money. That's not a cause for concern. Ooh, Stanley, so good at the cross, though. It feels like he's been able to hit a lot of those really clutch shots, like he's really good at holding an angle and just like catching people as they cross. I remember a bit earlier too when he caught a player jumping in towards alt mid. That was massive. I was going to say it's not something you can always rely on, but he has done it so reliably at this point where I think we just about can. Munchin still lurks towards Banana, however. It really hasn't felt like NERO have given a lot of exactly love, perhaps, towards that side of the map. They've just allowed one player to try to hold the line. Corroded Beef caught trying to aggress. Gets 1 kill, but that's it. What a weird scenario this has been. What a weird round this has been. NERO really haven't been able to pull off anything of note as of late. They had that one good round going for them. Otherwise, it's been terrorist after terrorist round, really. I mean, it's just kind of unfortunate to see. NERO Esports getting down to the last of their money here will unfortunately have to have Crackshot stuck on a Desert Eagle. It's not exactly looking wonderful. Backs are most definitely against the wall, and NERO, if they drop this, it would heavily hurt their playoff chances. Another tactical pause, it seems. This one actually might be technical. It's definitely taken a little. Yeah, there you have it. Well, again, that's the magic of being able to mess with demos. Maybe this is a good way as well. I mean, hey, it burns the momentum a little bit. You know, bogs down the side of the West Coast Pizza Rats. There we are. We're all good, though. That wasn't exactly the longest tech pause in the world. So it's nothing too concerning. I like this shift up from NERO Esports, however. This is a really good change that I feel like they need to make. I'm incredibly scared for JJ's position here. 1, 2 kills is probably his best bet. There's the first, the second, nope, not going to be a possibility. That's okay, though, because there's still plenty of members from NERO ready to completely crush it when given the opportunity. One in Mini Pit, the other just sitting on site on that cold Zero box. Hell, there's even a third over towards Mini, all of which are going to be able to find kills. This is a full-on team effort from NERO Esports, and my God, are you loving the results. Siphon, he doesn't even have to do anything. He just has to hold down the line. He's done his part for a majority of this game, it feels like. It's everybody else who really is able to bunker down, and when it matters the most, allow NERO to stay in this game. And with that, NERO, yep, they get 11. And yes, things seem to be shaping up a bit better. But we're still far, far away. Place away, excuse me, from being able to say that this is a comfortable form from NERO Esports. This is a damn good round, though. Already, they've found 2 kills. 1 because of the molly, the second just because of a cute little spray. Oh my God, and Crackshot doesn't miss those. Where the hell is this resurgence in form come from? It's looking night and day, to be completely honest. Friends has to go massive, but I mean, again, no chance, bro. No chance at all. Again, I ask, where the hell did this resurgence in form come from? NERO are looking like a different team. A bit more love given to the B-bomb site. And things look very, very different. I don't think they should be opping down it, but if they just keep on doing that util set, it seems to be punishing the Rats rather well. It seems to be evicting them. Maybe the op wouldn't be a terrible idea, though. Crackshot with a close peek takes half HP. But that's okay, he hasn't given up his life. Therefore, he can still be effective. Oh, and this is even a cute angle, too. Crackshot, unfortunately, is unable to hit the banger of a shot that would have most definitely made a highlight reel for him. But once again, I bring up the fact that he remains alive. And that's going to be such a major factor. West Coast Pizza Rats, if they manage to actually snag a kill from it, could easily find themselves pressing into the CT side with, you know, well over a minute on the clock. Still, though, they look for a kill, and it will evade them once more. Crackshot has been crafty, completely avoiding the terrorist side. Maz also holding over towards balcony, has a really good protocol in place. The smoke's down as a counter. Siphon finding that first kill over towards Banana. Eventually he's going to be able to relieve some pressure from Crackshot, but still the pressure is mounting. West Coast Pizza Rats are just about ready to make this A execute happen, and it's all going to begin. All really rely on SETI, I think, here. But he's compromised. His position is out of the question at this point. He's just going to have to rescind control. And this team is now going to be heading over towards B. What is going on? NERO once more. They just seem to be outlasting the Pizza Rats here. Crackshot holds the angle, gets the shot off for good measure, but now he can just hold the line. 50 HP, 23, it's all being bogged down, but still, Crackshot is fragging out. This man is just on a mission to close out this game, and thing is, NERO Esports just might do it. They go up to 13, now things are really, really dire for the West Coast Pizza Rats. Their money is in shambles. two of these players, excuse me, they can buy. But the other three are just going to go ahead and maybe take a loan. They're going to have to, you know, make it an IOU for the next round. They have no more. They're barely able to even pay the bills at this point. A small tactical pause from the West Coast Pizza Rats, but they'll just go ahead and take these pistols. They don't want to force anything all too much yet. Stanley definitely want to get that op back in his hands. He was a master with it just a couple of rounds previously. A lot of the time on Inferno, you can make eco rounds work. You know, obviously, it's 10 times more favorable if you have rifles, but I don't feel like it's an unwinnable scenario if you're stuck on Tech 9s and such. Unlikely, yeah. Unwinnable? No. That's exactly why. If you close the distance, eventually things might go your way. Siphon and Crackshot, who are trying to get a nice little crossfire together, unfortunately won't be able to actually make ends meet. And we're into a 3v2. Bomb just looking to get down at this point, and then maybe the West Coast Pizza Rats can work from there. That op is down in no man's land, however, and Munchin nor Frez can actually pick it up. This round is looking just about over at this point. There remains lots of utility on the CT side, and with only Glocks, it's David versus Goliath. That story won't be ending like the fairy tale it's based on. In this one, Goliath will absolutely crush it. Op retrieved. Probably given over to Crackshot once more. Hell, maybe even JJ is going to pick it up. This wouldn't be a terrible time to bring out a double AWP. Stanley has been really good on the cross, so I'm not sure. I could see it going either way. 14-14 is down to the wire. We're going to be seeing all of these rounds in regulation regardless. NERO Esports with a bit of a comeback here. Managed to bring it back from 10-14. So they're impressing me hard and showing a lot of resilience. Crackshot will be the one using the sniper this time, so it's not going to be a double op setup. Nor necessarily do they need to. I haven't seen exactly much of anything. Makes it feel like it's necessary. Their standard setups have been doing them just good. West Coast Pizza Rats definitely have cooled down a bit from that crazy momentum that they were showing earlier. Molotov for the cross. Crackshot will back off to his usual angle. CT spawn being his home. He'll go all the way around Koff, and that's fine. Siphon is going to have his back in case the push actually begins here. Crackshot now forced to expend one of his smokes here. Will now look to hold the line, but they're meeting a lot of contention again. It's Siphon going to be holding the line alongside his teammate Crackshot. Siphon will get 2, Crack with 1. And hey, I'm not a mathematician, but I know that ends up favorable for the NERO Esports side. It's a 2-on-3 as we enter this retake. Frez and Stanley look for a kill here, but Stanley isn't able to get that kill that he has been so many times, so often able to get. And Frez will have to pull off a miracle in this 1-on-3, but he's wide cleared by JJ. JJ isn't the kind of player to choke those kind of shots, and this won't be any different. 15-14 NERO. They take the lead for what feels like the first time in forever. Another tactical pause. The last one, perhaps, of this game. You're seeing an auto sniper drop from JJ. I don't think that's actually going to be getting any love, but my God, have I not been impressed by almost everything that NERO have been offering as of late. They're just getting immense value out of their lives before they actually fall, you know? Like, you know, sure, some of these rounds have been a little bit close. They are eventually whittling way down at the CT economy. It doesn't really matter at this point. Corroded Beef still has 12.4K on his back. I don't know, I mean, I'm struggling to find any justification. This is definitely not a tactical pause either. This is technical. Backs against the wall for the Pizza Rats now. I never thought I'd be saying this considering, again, it was 10-14. But this comeback has proved to be incredible. The auto sniper for JJ. We'll just be holding over towards Arch. There's that usual util set from the Pizza Rats, but that nade is going to be healthy. And JJ is even better when it comes to the auto sniper. It is seemingly his forte. Corroded beef, I'm sorry? What did you just pull off there? 4 kills spraying down mid? Oh my god, I feel like a fool for missing that. That was absurd. Well, NERO Esports, they know how to impress. That's not going to be the end of it. I still have one more game that I want to be covering today from the NERO camp. It's going to be them on Overpass versus... Let me go ahead and see, actually. It's Team Verum. Interesting. I don't actually know Team Verum all too well. But I heard that this was a pretty decent game, so we're going to actually go ahead and have to see. I'm going to take a short break just to go ahead and collect myself, and I'll go ahead and see you in just a couple.